My wife Linda and I have lived our entire lives in North Dakota, other than some gaps for my time in the military and when bad times took us out to Washington, D.C. to work there for a while. But most of our lives we lived in North Dakota, and we realized now, at my age, that we really haven't seen North Dakota. We've only traveled the main highways, 83, north and south, I-29, north and south, Highway 2, Highway 52 diagonal, and Interstate 94. Not a lot of the byways or scenic byways or back roads to investigate tiny towns like Vang, North Dakota. So we've set off to do that and see North Dakota, small towns, these rural areas, sometimes through back roads and gravel. And we'd also like to see all 13, about to be 14, state parks of North Dakota. And those state parks, when I say 14, about to be 14, the Pembina Gorge is now called the state recreation area. But Governor Burgum has now said that that'll be the 14th state park, which means there will be a campground there and probably better trails and stuff. It's a beautiful area. It's an area that was called the Rendezvous area. And the town close by that we stayed in is called Walhalla. Kind of sounds familiar to Valhalla, the Viking, heaven, I guess. But Walhalla is in what they call the Rendezvous region. It's used to be, where the fur traders from Canada would come down, because it's only 5 miles from Canada. Where the fur traders would come down and they would rendezvous and they would peddle their wares with the Ojibwa people, also called Métis, because the French Canadians came down and loved the Métis and intermarried with them. And so Métis means mixed blood. Anyway, it used to be called St. Joseph at that time, and the Métis capital of North Dakota. It's about 5 miles from the border, and during the 1800s, the escarpment to the west, known as Hare Hills, is now the Pembina Gorge, and the Pembina River flows through it. And it was a preferred place to camp because it was heavily treed and had these little draws and stuff up into the gorge. And so the Métis people liked it. In fact, the oldest building in North Dakota sits out there. It's the Gingras Trading Post. Anyway, the Gingras Trading Post was made by Antoine B. Gingras, decided to open trading posts to better serve the local community. Through the middle of the 1800s, the Red River Carts, that was what the Ojibwa were known for. In fact, right over here in Belcourt, not far from here, is tied to that history. Anyway, in 1851, significant flooding at the Pembina caused even more population to relocate to St. Joseph, and Father George Belcourt moved his Catholic mission to here. Belcourt soon christened the settlement as St. Joseph. For 2 decades, St. Joseph was the center of the Métis culture in the United States, reaching a peak population of about 1,200 people. And a majority of the buffalo hunts originated from there. So in 1869, when Hudson Bay Company surrendered their possessions in Manitoba and Saskatchewan to the Dominion of Canada, fur trade economy took a serious hit. Then in 1870, the U.S. opened a land office and started offering homesteads to white settlers. Soon, white settlers began to edge the Métis and the Ojibwa hunters from their hunting lands, and the character of St. Joseph changed drastically. By 1877, only a handful of Métis remained, And as the white settlers, mostly Scandinavian, Valhalla, immigrants assumed political power and changed the name of the community to Walhalla with a W.
Welcome back.
Hi, baby. You know, when we came to see Icelandic State Park and the Pembina Gorge, the state park was full for campers, and so we decided that we go up to Walhalla and stay at the Riverside RV park, and it's very nice and with hookups. And as you can see, it's park-like. There are some campers, most of them from Canada, in our little Lucille here. But around Lucille, there was like nobody. Plantings, kids' playgrounds. The pool is out. They're gonna demo it and get a new one in there. They have showers. It's very nice. Not too sure how appetizing that looks, but we cook breakfast and some of our meals ahead of time before we take off on a weekend. Freeze them, throw them in this cooler down here, because a lot of times we don't have hookups, what we do for the refrigerator this time. And then bring some stuff like tortillas and a few things. Make it simple. Bacon cooker, when we have power for our microwave, is wonderful. Have to do dishes, but that's it. So this is breakfast in Walhalla.
Those two buildings over there, they look old.
Did we go by them?
Yes. When we drove in last night, that's the road we came in on.
Yeah.
Is over there. This is the like nice little loop thing.
Well, it looks like it was a nice pool.
I think they're probably going to make it a nice pool again.
I'm going to fix it up.
I would say so, because
Oh, like this cabin? They have an amphitheater here?
yes, those over there look older than this. They look like original. This looks more like, you know, CSA or not CCC level.
This little area over here is pretty nice. It's just a small grouping, you know, and
Right.
the river's right behind it.
Right, that one on the end there gets to look at the river.
Yeah.
I noticed last night when we drove in.
And there was a few of them sitting there. All right, into Walhalla. Into Walhalla. Just look at that, regular 97 cents. Where'd you see that? Were you joking or were you real? Ton of landscaping talent.
Oh no, I wasn't joking. I was for real. That house back there.
Riverside Park, there it is. We never thought of going over to Riverside Park.
There's two signs.
Swimming, picnic, yeah, there's two sides and we missed them. Did you want to get this one or? Churches everywhere.
Yeah.
And is that the one we took the picture of over there?
Yes.
So Walhalla now is a typical small town. Wonderful people. A lot of churches. I noticed that a lot about the houses in North Dakota. the towns in North Dakota. And oh, there it is, way over there.
We weren't on this road yesterday.
No, no, we never went up. This is the one that goes to the
the new site. They're working on it now.
Do you think they've already started putting in campground and stuff for the new park?
How do you feel about a hike? Because it looks like it's a hike up to the top of the hill here.
Nice little bend.
Well, at least we don't have to worry about, hundreds of our favorite people in the picture.
Right. Now we can take a little hike. What do you think?
I think we should. We're here. Looks like they mowed it for us.
I'll put the van right here so we can get a picture too, huh?
On any map I've got just yet, that's for sure. I'll make you a deal. If you're going to do a sunset up here, drop me off at the bar and you can pick me up and get back. I'll chat with the locals for a while.
Well, that second overlook we had would be an okay sunset one, but
yeah, that one would.
And that's right in town.
You mean the that wasn't really right in town. You mean the second one was out of town a ways.
A ways, that's right, that's right.
First one was in town.
What are those big white?
They're like I was gonna say yarrow, but that's not yarrow. It's there it is.
There's a couple of kayakers too. Where's a better picture? There's at least a pull out here.
Yeah.
Want me to just do that?
I think we just kind of park it off to the side here and check it out. It's kind of a combination of, well, no, it's all wood, isn't it? The way it looks.
Yeah.
It's got concrete side abutments, but
it's got steel underneath it though. Alright, but it's kind of a cool old bridge. You want me to get out of the way?
Well, it looks like they do have a little hut down here.
That's kind of crazy, isn't it? And then all of a sudden they got this nice little...
That's, well, the other one was nicer, but it's got a, you know, sit and think about what we just drove bench here.
Yeah.
It is a little different overlook, so that's cool. Looks up the valley a little more.
Yeah. Cool.
Don't hit any of the big rocks.
And so we went there. We actually get a twofer there because there's the Icelandic State Park and the Pembina Gorge recreation area. So I'm going to break this into two videos, one for Walhalla and the Pembina Gorge and one for Icelandic. And then a little short one about the man who bought a nuclear anti-ballistic missile site as a bug out house.